Yeah.
What's up, guys? Sid is here today with you all, even though I wasn't supposed to say my name. We're gonna start it anyways. Today, we're in the Hibernia abandoned mine shaft. This ain't no mine shaft from Minecraft. This is spooky, guys. This is serious. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about ghosts again, because I still have a couple questions that I gotta ask. You know what I mean? So, before I start, without further ado, furthermore, primarily, we're gonna start with Evan Kelly from Virginia Tech. Say hi to the campus. You know you don't have to. Donovan, Christmas.
What's up?
Alright, and we're gonna get started. So I've got a question.
Who's this guy?
Motherfucker never introduces me.
Joey Scappa.
Motherfucker.
So, zoom in. This is
Wait,
scary.
I gotta zoom in again. Wait, do you mean zoom in?
Yeah. Zoom in.
Okay, I'll zoom in.
It's some alpine.
This is scary. Donovan just passed me ghost candy. Okay? There's some chick here, whatever. She died with this in her pocket. So we're gonna be placing this right here. If it moves, something went on. Alright?
Okay.
It's like our ghost object. So, I got a question. We've been talking about ghosts. We're like, yo, they're scary. You know what I mean? What is fear? We talked about that. But what is a ghost? God damn it! What are we talking about? Evan, what do you think? What is a ghost? What plane does it live on? You know what I mean? Like, can I touch it? You know what I mean?
I think we should let the phasmophobia experts take this over.
What do you think is a ghost?
You wanna go? You want me to go?
Yeah, first.
Alright. Well, I think we gotta ask first. So, how does a ghost interact with its environment?
Okay.
If you know.
Yeah.
So what is able to interact with things through the air invisibly? Electromagnetic radiation.
Okay.
For example, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a magnetic force is invisible. Like how do two magnets repel each other?
Right.
You can't see it, but there's something there.
Right.
So, one of the explanations is, you know, electromagnetic interference maybe. Which is why, like, you know, people say, like, oh, you know, there's a ghost nearby. Like, oh, my phone stopped working or some shit like that. Like,
Happened last podcast. The audio cut off like 3 times.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
ooh, spooky.
Weird.
So, yeah, I mean, but that's a good question. Like, what plane does a ghost exist on? Like, is a ghost able to, like, transcend time? You know? Like, if you were a ghost from, like, the 1800s, were you just progressing with, like, our, plane of time, you know? Like, were you always just, like, in this limbo, stuck on Earth?
Right.
You know? Like, I don't know. I'm just, you know, hypothesizing, like, you know, do they time travel? Like,
Yeah.
or what?
Because I've only seen ghosts that are like, or I haven't seen it, whatever, depicted on television, like the Victorian era one. Like, I've yet to hear a he in the forest, you know what I mean, from like Michael Jackson or anybody. Like, it's all past. But then that makes me think, right? That's like we've all had experiences, right? All of us had experiences, like at least one way or another with a ghost. Something supernatural, something you can explain. It's like, we all have these supernatural experiences, but the way it's depicted is Victorian. That's BS, right?
You mean like the like aesthetic of the ghost,
Yeah,
like the vibe
it's not
of the
even
ghost?
scary, dude.
It's like old. It's like
But
old
none?
shit.
Okay, not scary, but like, before I tell you what I think a ghost is, Joey, what do you think a ghost is?
I don't know. I mean, it has to be like some sort of, like relationship with energy. I feel like.
Yeah, energy.
Yeah.
EMF. What about you?
So, all this talk in physics lately of dark matter has me interested.
Interesting.
It has, basically, for anyone who doesn't know what dark matter or dark energy, I forget which one it is. Scientists still can't explain why galaxies can hold together. The gravitational field, which depends on mass, they have found that it's not strong enough to hold every solar system, you know, in orbit of each individual galaxy. And there's a lot of other examples of stuff like that, but basically, the theory is that there's another type of force. I might not be saying this correctly, but basically can also interact with real matter, and it's kind of the opposite of matter, where it's like a negative version of like matter, antimatter, whatever you want to call it. And I have a weird feeling that. Okay, so first of all, I have to say that I'm not sure that I believe in ghosts, but I still think if it were a thing, it's an interesting idea, right? So anyways, dark matter, antimatter, whatever it is, could have to do with what ghosts are, and because maybe they don't obey the laws of physics that we have right now, maybe that's why it's so hard to explain the things that are happening. So can anybody build off of that maybe?
Yeah, sure. The main reason why I think ghosts are a thing is because of how I believe our consciousness works. Right? So allow me to explain.
Please do.
And please critique me on this. If you think something's cap, let me know. Because this is my hypothesis. Already call him cap. I ain't even sorry. But I'm sitting here thinking, okay, when people are, I got knocked down in practice once, and I don't even remember. And
MMA practice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Apparently, I was still up, but apparently I don't remember what happened. And I also was biking down a hill, and I crashed, and I don't remember what happened.
I was there.
He was there.
You didn't even know your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was bad.
I saw Andrew, and I called him funny guy like 3 times. Like, I didn't even say his name. I'm like, funny guy. So that happened, and I was really thinking, what is consciousness? Obviously, it ain't bound, because of the fact that I forget something so easily is crazy. Second opinion why I think consciousness is fluid is that there was a big, I forgot what library it's called, it's in Greece, in the ancient times. Big ass library in Greece, ancient times, right? They had books from all over the world.
Like mythology type shit?
No, it was like a real
Oh, okay.
library that got burnt down, but the books are still there, or at least preserved. And these books talk about basically string theory, which was conceptualized like 20th century. And string theory is something that obviously, like, it has to do with atoms. And at the time, who could have seen an atom? Right? So, how did this information get acquired? It's through consciousness, right? So the way people did it back in the day was they meditated, right? They would do meditation. And it was basically ego death. So any viewers who've done drugs, yet to do it, don't cancel my scholarship. But anyone who's done drugs, I've not, okay, just for clear. I've not done it. I've heard that there's something called ego death. You detach from your physical body, and you get knowledge about what's around you. So when you die, I feel like some people, their consciousness is so attached to the material world, they stay.
So when you say like ego death, you're referring to like people tripping on like acid or DMT stuff, and that's how they get those like crazy ideas and shit.
I've actually heard of that.
And they even like they claim that they like transcend time and like do some crazy shit with like, I don't know, like the ancient Egyptians or something. Like, it just gets wild.
They say there's like something about, they call these people like travelers, but they don't need like drugs, but they can like have these hallucinations where they can like be brought to certain places in different times in like different places around the earth. But your question of what is consciousness kind of sparked an idea for me, which was that consciousness exists. It's a tangible thing, the same way matter is, right? Yeah. They've found out that when you die and you lose your consciousness, the body actually loses a certain percent of its weight.
Whoa. Oh, I heard about it.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy.
So consciousness.
Your body or just your brain?
I don't know. It's just like your whole body just gets a little bit lighter as soon as you die.
Whoa.
Like you don't lose any kind of gas, whatever. Like they don't even figure it out. But my theory is that, okay, where I was talking about dark matter before, maybe your consciousness, soul, whatever you want to call it, converts into dark energy when you die, because nothing can be created or destroyed, right?
Yeah.
What if instead of being created or destroyed or whatever, it just gets converted into dark energy?
Maybe it was dark energy the entire time. right?
What do you mean by that?
Like it was, I don't know that.
Oh,
that-
you're saying
like,
consciousness has always been dark energy?
Yeah, maybe. You know what I mean?
Maybe the connection between all like your cells or whatever.
Yeah.
and maybe like
That's my
coming
take.
together.
Cause
Interesting.
yeah, no, I mean this is what I saw in science show. Like again, not a physicist, but like antimatter, that's different. That like if it comes in contact with regular matter, it's just like it's literally a nuke, right? It literally blows up. So yeah, dark matter or energy, I forgot.
Yeah.
That's a viable
We're
option.
totally messing with the terminology.
Oh,
by the
yeah,
way.
100%.
They get
Just
the
just
idea.
buzzwords.
Yeah.
Call it buzzwords.
Buzzwords,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
This might be really hard to edit because I'm just gonna put dark energy over everything.
Okay, so how about possessions? I don't know if this is a good topic.
I think
but,
possessions are cat.
Okay, yeah. Do you think that's like actually real? Like, do you think ghosts are able to like fucking possess people? Like,
My grandpa was religious and he thought so, but I think it's cap.
like what was one? Was it Annabelle or that was like a doll, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Was Annabelle a doll? Yeah. So do you think that like, I don't know. That just seems like so beyond like the ability of a ghost to do. Like I don't think they're able to output that much like energy to make like an inanimate object like animate, you know? Like I don't think that's like possible.
Yeah.
Because they don't have like enough energy.
Oh wait, do you guys feel the breeze coming from here?
Yeah, I think
It's blowing pretty strong now.
Uh-oh. Pissing someone off.
The ghost is just in there going, that'll scare him.
That's all I can do.
Yeah.
Do you believe in possessions?
So. I should say I believe in demonic possession, but even then, it's kind of it's kind of a weird topic because like I don't know. Does it like are there really even instances nowadays where people get like possessed?
Oh yeah, yeah. There,
Well, is there a difference between like a demon and a ghost though? Like, or is like a demon a type of ghost? Like,
So
what's the
in Christianity,
yeah?
ghosts are not real. They're actually demons masquerading as ghosts to get people to lose their faith. That's kind of the idea, or the theory, I guess, with ghosts is that they're just actually, you know, I guess like the demon's like portraying a ghost to scare you or whatever. I'm not really sure how it works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I have a few stories.
Grant? Oh,
I have a
Grant,
few
why don't you
ghosts.
tell us?
go for it.
Why don't you
Can the camera hear you?
come and
Alright.
Yeah,
take a seat?
come over here, Mr.
Papa
Producer.
squat, Papa squat.
Featuring special guest.
I've had a guest
Kelly.
appearance.
Producer.
Metro Boom.
I like all the lights. It's nice.
I better introduce him.
Grant, Kelly, Mr. Producer, the man behind the
Producer.
show,
Yes,
the
sir.
reason why it's running, cogs to the machine.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I've had a few experiences over the past 2 years. I think the most notable one has been connected to religious, like has been religiously tied. It was like I was saying a prayer or something, and I wouldn't call myself the most religious person. But it was just like one of those nights where it was really, really creepy. Like I was home alone, or home with Evan, but my parents weren't home, or anything like that. It was just like I felt something was off, and I decided to, I was gonna go to sleep, and it was just like really, really weird feeling. I just like the stomach, like this gut feeling that something was off. So I was like, you know what? Like I don't normally do this, but I'm just gonna say the Lord's Prayer, right? Because that's what they teach you, like in
It's like protecting.
they're protecting you, right? And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna say the Lord's Prayer. So I start saying the Lord's Prayer, and the second, about like 2 or 3 seconds in, my closet door, it almost like it just flew open as hard. It was closed because I went through my room before I went to sleep, and I kind of cleaned everything up. I remember closing it, like locking, like the hinge, it just went in, right? It's fully locked. You have to turn the door handle to open it, and it flew open. Like it wasn't like anything fell and it creaked open. It just like completely flew open. It was like the most unnatural thing you could think of. That it was terrifying.
And we looked for like an actual explanation, like something fell and knocked it open. Like no.
Yeah, no, it was. We didn't explain it, and I've also had some other stuff where I've seen in my house. I've seen like weird. I don't know if it was an apparition. It might have been something like sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
I never had it since, but it was just like I saw this like white. I could describe it in detail. I saw this like white figure that was walking like almost like 5'4", like kind of short, walking like really slow, like slow motion next to the bed, almost like it was like frozen in time. It was just so, it was terrifying. And I've had some other stuff too happen, but it's just like I've never even like, it's not like it's, I don't think it's really like I don't think I wouldn't make it up, like my brain wouldn't create these kind of things because I never really had that like, oh, what if there's like a ghost or anything, until the first time it happened. And then I was scared for a little bit, whatever. That was maybe like middle school, and then I just didn't really care anymore. And then another thing happened. Oh, and then another story that happened. This was recent. This was last year. I was going to sleep, and I went to sleep, and I woke up, and you know how like when you wake up, you can like generally tell if it's like you went to sleep an hour ago, or you went to sleep like 10 hours ago, like it's like 3, 4 a.m. I woke up and it felt like it was pretty late, and I was just, I don't know why I woke up at the moment, but I have this dresser that's kind of at the foot of my bed, and I heard like shuffling around, like violent shuffling around at the foot of my bed, like someone was like searching for something, like, but really, really violent, like everything was moving around really, really quick, all like on the dresser, like on the wooden top of the dresser, like someone was ruffling through a bunch of like stuff on my dresser. And it went on for probably about 30 seconds. I was laying there like I did not want to interact with, like, I don't know if it was Evan or Logan in there, anything like that. It was like someone was searching for something, and like 30 seconds later something fell off the dresser. It just hit the floor. It sounded like maybe a water bottle or something. It hit the floor and it went dead quiet. I didn't hear footsteps out. I was awake for the next hour. I didn't hear footsteps out. I was like, I was full of adrenaline. I could definitely hear if someone walked out. My door's closed because there's no light coming from the hallway. It went dead silent. I didn't hear anything for the rest of the night. And nobody else, I confirmed with everybody, nobody else.
Damn. I think the ghost was just looking around the shit itself. Dropped
No,
it.
You did?
I didn't.
Wait,
Because
so-
I fell asleep. I woke up in the morning. I had school the next day, and I just was like, I completely walked through my morning like half asleep, just like I always do,
Oh yeah.
without like completely forgotten until I was on my way to school, and I was like, oh my god, I forget, like this just happened last night.
Yeah.
I was playing on the VR. So like that's a different horror. And I was back. Thank you. Oh, thank you, boss. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Grant Kelly, everybody. I was playing on the VR. Okay. My parents were out, so you know, just send VR a little bit. Joke.
Yo, add him on Steam. Wixie.
No.
Don't look it up. Don't look
Check
it up.
his recently played.
No, I did not. Okay.
Check his wish list.
My wish list
VR
is clean.
DLC.
Anyways, I was playing video games on my VR. I was like, got a new game, remember?
What game were you playing?
Got a new game, and I heard something. Okay? The problem is when your senses are I can't do this. When your senses are clouded, you hear shit.
Well, if you close your eyes, your ears like become more like attuned to the
I think
audio.
so.
Yeah.
Because then I hear something and I literally shit myself, like downstairs, and I take it off.
Yeah. I think the logic behind that is like your brain has more processing power to like dedicate like computer language kind of like it has more processing power to dedicate to your other senses. So if you deprive yourself of one sense, your other senses are heightened.
Right. Reminds me of schizophrenia when all your senses are heightened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you
Pause. I don't play Sin VR. Okay, but continue.
So you're saying you're on the VR playing like
Well, yeah.
Faz or whatever, and
Dude, you keep that into it.
I'm trying to give you an out. He's not taking it. So you're playing whatever you're playing, and you said like you heard some shit. Like, what happened?
No, okay. Well, you know how I have a bathroom door right behind, so I'm playing.
And the bathroom door goes to another room too.
Bathroom door goes to another room, and I don't know, man. You're blind like this. You're fine. You're doing that. You might just get pegged by a ghost.
Because they can go through a wall, so they can go
they
through your pants. I mean, there's nothing gonna stop them.
It's like, because they're on a different plane, you know, like they're able to just interact with things differently.
You just clip right through, bro. Full 20 ghost inches.
Have you ever been hit from the fourth dimension?
Oh, I don't want to find out.
Don't listen.
Yes.
I'm like facing. That's like I ain't gonna be there, but that'd be hype. Anyways, ghost candy has not moved. But I was talking about schizophrenia. I mean, I think like going to ghost possession, isn't that schizophrenia? Like,
Honestly, I kind of think that a lot of the cases were just mental illnesses,
right.
schizophrenia, stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I saw a take online that like most conspiracy theories source from schizophrenia. And they might be valid, chances are not.
Do you remember where you found that?
Joe Rogan Experience. They were talking about it, and I don't know. He made a point. It's not like he had proof for it, but it just makes sense. Cause we're playing Ready or Not, right? And on the wall. So just for context clues, right? It's a SWAT team that raided the house, okay? And we're raiding a bunch of schizophrenics, right? And on the wall, and this is they basically modeled the house after real schizophrenics. By the way, I looked that up.
The whole thing behind Ready or Not is like all the maps are based off of like similar or like real events that have happened before.
Right. So you bust into this room, right? And on the wall, right? After you arrest all the bad guys, and on the wall it's a bunch of figures. Okay. It's like a big eyeball, right? That's watching them. It's like paranoia. Okay, a big eyeball representing the government. Arrows pointing down to everything you think of. The cows are out to get them. The food they eat's out to get them. The water has substances in it that's out to get them. Their neighbors are watching them all the time, right? And I am so happy I only have ADHD, and not even that bad. You know what I mean? I just make it seem like it's terrible, but thank God I don't have schizophrenia. Thank God. I'm so happy, dude, because that is horrendous.
Imagine you did, you were just, none of us were here. You're just here alone, just talking to no one.
Hype!
Then, you know, a lot of people develop it when they're like around, what, 20 or something?
Yeah, so I still have a bit of time left.
What are you hoping to do?
That's helpful.
Please, I want to get it.
Like, dude, that's the last thing I want. Because your brain is the only thing that knows what freaks you out the most.
So, wait, I'm not really familiar with schizophrenia entirely. Is it the idea that, like I don't know, like, what's, like, a proper definition of it? Like, I honestly have no clue.
Yeah, what? Oh, okay, never
My
mind, sorry.
psychology teacher
Ignore
would
that.
be very, very disappointed in me right now.
Aw, dude. It's because I saw like a medical video like 2 days ago. It's not like I'm professional either, but in summary, it's when you have sleep paralysis, you know how you see shit?
Yeah.
It's the same chemical that your brain produces when you have schizophrenia, but like an overload of it.
But, like, all the time
It's
when
like
you're awake.
what
and
makes
shit.
you hallucinate. Basically just hallucination.
okay.
Auditory hallucinations, visible.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're sitting by yourself and you're like,
I think it has to essentially. I think it also has to do with like having a hyperactive brain and like creating these false scenarios to your senses.
Well, no, it's like a chemical. So, like, drugs can do it. That's why you hallucinate. You, like, trip off drugs and, like, hallucinate.
Yeah.
And then, you know, naturally your brain can just produce too much of it. So,
Of this certain chemical?
yeah, I don't know what it's called, but...
dimethyltryptamine. Your brain produces a bit of it. I don't know if it's the exact chemical. It's literally DMT.
Oh, yeah,
Brain produces
DMT,
a bit of it.
yeah.
Thank you, Joe Rogan Experience.
Dude, I'm convinced that he doesn't have a single podcast without talking about shrooms.
Oh yeah, he talks about it all the time. It's so funny. It's so entertaining. Honestly, like that's the thing about his podcast is the guest. But anyways, back to my podcast.
The best one.
The best one. What should we call it? Joey was thinking about tub talk.
Because the first episode was in a hot tub.
Tub talk.
But it would have to be kind of like an ongoing motif.
That doesn't have to.
We're in a
callback.
We're in a cave, so we could say like
This is the tub of ghosts, baby. Ghost tub.
Cave creeping.
Cave creeping.
But yeah, no, that's the last thing I want to have, if anything, is schizophrenia. That's just booty cheeks.
I remember you and I were talking about dementia at one point.
Oh boy.
And that was, yeah. My grandpa has dementia, not bad, but you know, like it's just amazing that you know your brain can have like this issue where you literally can't remember what you did 10 seconds ago, like, and you get stuck on like these loops, and you like totally think you're like somewhere, but you're not actually there. Like he doesn't think that he's at home when he's like with me, for example. Like he still thinks he's at like the care facility we have him at, because we can't watch him all the time. And like he'll come downstairs, he'll like have his mask on, and he'll like start stealing food, and I'm like, what are you doing? You're in my house. Like, take the mask off. You don't need to steal food. I can cook you food whenever you want. But it's just amazing though, because like he's obviously not in the same building by any means, but you know his brain is still somehow like, you know, misfiring so much, and you know maybe he's like hallucinating. I don't know. Like how does he convince himself that he's like, you know, not in my house? You know, I think that's really crazy that your brain is, you know, able to override that, you know, like.
Yeah, well, I mean, your brain really interprets reality. Everything that you feel, see, smell, touch, whatever, is running through your brain. So if your brain messes that part up, all of reality that you perceive is just different.
Yeah.
I like that. Honestly, this brings me like a philosophical argument that kind of starts political arguments. You know what I mean?
Alright.
So this is gonna be what you just said. Like everyone's experience is different, right? Like we can acknowledge that. Like maybe there's a possibility, for example, that color orange is like purple to you. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, that's not true. They could be slightly off. Everybody's probably
Let
slightly
me think.
off.
Oh,
but, like,
okay, different anecdote. You're right.
It's not gonna be like flipped.
Different anecdote.
Yeah.
We're having
Is it daytime for you, Sid?
like what if
Like, is it light out for you?
what if I interpret it, for example, for fuck's sake, like just for shits and giggles, like everything inverse, and I'm convinced the thing what you think is black is white for me,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Why are you looking at Donovan? Don't worry about it. Skip. Cut. What? Doesn't matter if you're black or white, as like
That's a Michael Jackson song. I was gonna say.
Because he's both.
Be careful, you're gonna summon his ghost, man.
Out in the middle of the woods, like you said you'd never hear.
Grant, watch out, bro.
Dude,
He's
it's so
still-
freaky
he's a
behind
child molester.
You're young and ripe, bro.
Dude, you gotta review the
Look at a
footage
fourth dimension,
behind
bro.
you. There's so much potential for something just to come out and
Oh yeah, certainly.
like stand right behind you.
MJ's gonna move.
Who, behind me? Fucking
Yeah, behind you.
Yeah, yeah. Like guys, we're sitting in front of a mine where literally hundreds of people have died over like 100 years.
Yeah. God bless you all.
Wait, listen. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Do you hear that like? Do you hear that like light like squealing like really
Yeah.
like high
Yeah.
frequency noise?
It's like the wind kind of coming through.
No. Like
No, I don't.
you didn't. Did you hear that high frequency? It was like super high frequency.
I think your ears are just better than ours.
I don't know, man.
I hear like water deep within the cave.
And I hear
Yeah.
like wind kind of coming through.
Hello?
I hear it again.
Wait, shh, ready.
Listen.
Bro, I don't hear
Do
anything.
you not hear that high frequency?
Wait, let me
No,
come
right.
stand by you. I'm gonna come stand by you.
I can hear it from my left ear. While
Grant, I
coming,
think it's interesting.
Wait, where are you
because-
standing? Right here?
yeah.
At your left ear?
Yeah.
Grant,
Just
you've
listen.
like
Shh,
had
be
all
quiet,
these
be quiet.
experiences. I haven't had a single one.
It's difficult for me to.
So loud. Wait, guys, be quiet.
I can't hear
Stop
that.
talking. Stop talking. It's so loud right
Some
now.
people. That was a nice clip.
I'm sorry.
I hear it.
It's definitely coming from there because it switches to my right ear when I switch.
Cause I don't know. I think my ears are just like.
It's super. Different people's ears can pick up different frequencies, but like I can hear it 100% because when I switch sides.
Oh my god, wait.
Is it like that?
It's saying Grant's a bitch. I like get it from under, so it looks like we don't know you're recording. Really?
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm so good, dude. The candy didn't move. Yo, Grant, is the camera off?
It's on.
It's off? Okay.
It's on. But like you can always cut this part out. I don't really care.
They'll never know. There you go, get it.
Holy shit!
Oh, it moved, it moved.
Oh my god! This is a ghost! Yeah, Mom?
Mommy,
I'm
ghost hunting.
I am on a hike. Okay.
Mom, nothing
I'll come soon.
Uh-oh.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. You in trouble?
Someone sounds like he's in trouble.
Mommy wants you home.
Do the ghost mask.
The ghost match.
Alright, ready?
In session, baby.
Action.
Incest.
In session. All right. We good?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, it's getting shit.
Took a little piss break, but we're back. And we still haven't answered the question. Are ghosts real? Based, valid, or cringe? Cap or fact? What do you think?
Yeah, I think ghosts are real.
Think?
I think so.
Think so? Yeah.
Cap. I say cap.
Oh, cap. I think fact, but
Okay, so since you're the minority here, why do you not think so?
I mean, I think that
Like, there must just be like some explanation for like every single like kind of thing.
I think so.
Essentially.
I think so, basically, and I think a lot of it is in your head. I mean, like I was saying before, you know, your brain perceives, you know, the reality basically, right? Every sense comes in together to make you aware of where you are, you know, what you're thinking, feeling, all that. And your brain obviously is not perfect. It's not going to function perfectly all the time, whether you're schizophrenic or perfectly normal. So I think a lot of times, I don't know, things just happen. I mean, for a lot of people, like, there's a lot of things that they can't explain. I get that, but just for me personally, like, I don't know. I just don't think they're real.
So how do you explain what happened in that room?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
it was the wind.
But the yeah.
The door? I don't know, man.
Inside my house, yeah.
Okay. Good. Alright, it's freezing right now, so we're just gonna head back. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching.
Grant, watch out behind you.
Watch out
behind you.
What's that?
Holy shit! Oh my god!
Cut it.